Hi teachers, welcome to Hamochi Math Challenge 2025 briefing sessions. So today, for your information, will be a recording session. After these sessions, we're going to share the recording to all of you. Without further ado, let's start. I'm your host today, Ed Chow. I'm the co-founder of Hamochi.ny. And before we start, let's warm up a little bit. So based on each of your experience, how many math questions were a 7-year-old willing to solve in a day? So gulu-gulu, so gunakan pengalaman kamu, agak-agak berapa soalan matematik itu budak akan jawab dalam sehari? Will it be 10, 20, 50 or 100? So okay, teacher say 20, how about the others? Type, what do you think? So we got 20, we got 10, we got 20, so ada 20, ada 10. So this is roughly what we will get, I mean 10 or 20. And this is actually what happens. So the jawapannya adalah 900. So the answer is 900. So this is based on one of our events in the past. So during our 11-day school holiday event back in July 2021, a student in Bangkok solved over 11,000 math questions, an average of 900 per day. So if you look at the chart, you will see that the earliest time the children start to do the questions is actually from 6. So starting from 6 a.m. and the latest time they will do until near to 12. So over 12 p.m. then only then they rest. So this is as how crazy it can get. So the result was so mind-blowing, we actually have to limit the number of daily questions to make sure that the children rest. So agenda of today. Firstly, we will do the PMP will do the introduction to talk about what PMP is. Then I will share a little bit about my journey. What is Hamochi? Then most importantly, we will talk about Hamochi Math Challenge 2025. And we will cover how to join, support you can get, as well as our past social impact. Last, we will end it with Q&A sessions where you can address your concern and questions. Okay, so for making today happening, we really need to do a huge shout out to Penang Math Platform, PMP, for this. And I will like every of you in the chat room, just type PMP to thank you for their effort. Shout out for PMP. So I will pass it to Intan to further introduce what PMP is all about.
Alright, thank you Mr. Edison. Selamat tengah hari cikgu, Assalamualaikum. Saya Intan, event officer dari Penang Platform lah. So hari ini untuk briefing ni, sebelum kita mulakan dengan briefing program ni, saya akan terangkan sikit lah apa itu PMP, apa yang kita buat lah. Sebab sebelum ni ada juga cikgu yang call saya tanya, betul ke PMP ni legit ke tak? Ada wujud ke tak PMP ni? Sebab dia orang tak tahu PMP ni sebenarnya wujud. Okay, so Penang Platform, okay. Penang Platform ni adalah salah satu organisasi lah under Penang STEM 4.0. Termasuk juga lah dengan ada organisasi Penang Science Cluster, PSTC, TikDom dan juga Penang Digital Library ni. Kami ni di bawah naungan Penang STEM 4.0 dan beroperasi under Kerajaan Pulau Pinang. So organisasi semua ni ditubuhkan untuk macam mempromosikan STEM punya program, which is Science, Technology, Engineering dan juga Matematik. So untuk Penang Math Platform, kami cover Mathematics dan juga English language bahasa Inggeris juga. Sebab bahasa Inggeris ni diperlukan jugalah dalam Mathematics dan juga kehidupan harian kita kan. So kita juga promosikan English dan Matematik lah. So untuk Penang Math Platform, target kami adalah dari primary students sampailah kepada skill workforce, which mean orang yang bekerja jugalah. Kami adakan juga macam kelas-kelas macam Excel, macam hari tu ada cikgu punya kelas, kami kolaborasi dengan JPL lah untuk buat kelas Excel macam tu. So Penang platform ni, kami dekat sini kami ada juga competition, workshop dan juga macam roadshow lah. Roadshow ni macam cikgu-cikgu mungkin ada STEM day dekat sekolah, kami akan pergilah memenuhi permintaan dari cikgu-cikgu lah untuk buka booth ataupun macam buat program-program berkaitan dengan STEM lah, tapi kami cover untuk matematik sahaja. Okay, next slide please. Okay. Dekat Penang platform ni kami ada 3 kategori program, iaitu Spark, Engage dan juga Immerse. So untuk Spark ni kami cover sampai dari kecil sampailah ke macam lower secondary lah. Spark ni macam program yang sekejap saja, touch and go program. Maksudnya kita belajar sekejap dan kita buatlah sikit aktiviti, lepas tu habis kat situ lah. Macam workshop, competition sekejap kan, dan juga roadshow. So kiranya untuk program Hamochi ni pun di bawah Spark jugalah. Kiranya macam sekejap je belajar, lepas tu student boleh buat selesaikan sendiri. Macam tu. Dan kita ada Engage. Engage ni pula untuk secondary school lah. Engage dan Immerse ni kami target untuk secondary school, sekolah menengah. Di mana mereka ada syllabus lah, dia orang kena belajar dalam kelas untuk skill-skills ni. Dan dekat akhir program ni nanti dia orang kena buat hasilkan satu projek yang berkaitan dengan apa yang dia orang belajar lah. Dia orang boleh choose untuk belajar Excel, 3D design, graphic design, juga untuk Immerse kita ada data scientist, dengan juga Digitech lah. Kiranya semua program-program ni kami target untuk biarkan student ni belajar matematik, skill-skill matematik untuk buatkan dia orang punya, memang dekat sekolah dia orang belajar matematik kan, tapi dekat PMP ni kami cuba untuk hasilkan program yang macam menarik, yang lebih macam competition, macam dia orang lebih berdaya saing lah untuk buat program untuk selesaikan masalah matematik tu. Macam kita orang ada macam Futoshiki, Kakuro dan juga Ken-Ken puzzle ni, macam puzzle lah, macam diorang akan selesaikan puzzle ni melalui cara yang menarik dan bukan juga secara macam biasalah kita katakan. So semua skill-skill ni kami juga ajar diorang ni untuk prepare students ni untuk diorang punya tertiary ataupun secondary punya study lah nanti masa diorang masuk sekolah, universiti ataupun masa diorang bekerja nanti, diorang boleh gunakan skill-skill ni untuk kehidupan harian mereka. Okay. Okay, next slide please. Okay, dekat Penang platform ni kami ada banyak program, memang dari dah macam 8 tahun macam tu kami dah bertapak dan macam-macam program lah kami buat. Kalau cikgu berminat boleh pergi dekat Facebook page kami lah, Penang Platform. Dekat situ kami memang wawarkan ataupun iklankan apa-apa program, kelas, workshop yang kami ada lah. Kami juga ada upcoming program iaitu BIM. BIM ni dia national level lah, peringkat kebangsaan juga. Dia test bahasa Inggeris, bahasa Melayu dan juga matematik. Dan juga kami ada juga Hot Maths, iaitu yang ada Kakuro, Ken-Ken dan bukan Ken-Ken lah, Futoshiki lah, Kakuro dan Futoshiki puzzle dalam Hot Maths ni nanti. So kami juga ada event yang besar nanti bulan 8 nanti, kami akan iklankan lah. Ada workshop dan juga competition yang mungkin cikgu boleh berminat untuk daftarkan murid-murid cikgu lah untuk program nanti. Okay, okay, terima kasih cikgu. Itu saja dari saya. Saya pas kembali dekat Mr. Edison lah untuk briefing program ni. Okay, Mr. Edison, thank you.
Okay, thank you Intan. Okay, so I will continue to share a bit of my journey. So hari ini saya akan kongsikan sikit journey saya. Okay, so back in 2015, I won Best App Award in NYDD 2015, which is Malaysia's largest hackathon, hosted by MCNC at AT&T in KLCC last time. Then I founded a software company to deliver projects for both local and international clients, including SLNG, National University of Singapore and US, Export. And in 2019, I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Tia, former principal of SJKC Kampung Mobile back in Perak. Actually, she shared to me about the greatest challenge faced by local educators. Surprisingly, it's not about the resources, it's mostly on the interest. So kids stay losing the interest in learning, and this is the headache they are facing. Since then, we actually team up with locals too and work tirelessly to prototype solution that truly engage students. It took us about 2 years' time to make a lot of different prototypes and testing, and eventually you actually found a workable solution and founded Hamochi.my. So what is Hamochi? Hamochi is an ed tech company offering a learning platform for Malaysia primary school children designed to foster proactive learning. So our mission is to promote proactive learning among children, creating a world of confident kids, relaxed parents, and happy teachers. For today, we have 78 active schools nationwide with 19,000 students, and each year we have close to millions of questions answered. So let's watch this video a little bit to know more about Hamochi. So dekat Hamochi ni kami ada 3 benda yang paling penting. So we focus on 3 things. One will be literacy, second will be numeracy, and lastly will be about holiday fun. So in literacy, we nurture a love for reading in children with colorful interactive storybooks. In numeracy, we inspire children to revise math through engaging mini games. Then holiday fun. So for each school holiday, children can join our online challenge to learn, grow, and have fun at the same time. Hamochi is available in 3 languages, Bahasa Melayu, as well as Zhongwen, and is accessible in all devices. You can use mobile phone, you can use tablet or computer. The main character, of course, is called Hamochi, which is a combination of hamster and mochi. So kami faham budak-budak memang akan belajarkan perkataan yang simple dalam awal-awal mereka punya hidup. So we know that they actually learn hamster and mochi in quite early of their life. That's why our artists design a character based on that. So let's follow Hamochi and friends to turn everyday learning into something epic. If you are interested, feel free to visit www.hamochi.my later to try out some of the features. We have demo you can just try without registration. Hamochi Math Challenge 2025. So we have created, our artists have created a trailer for this event. Let's watch it together.
Hamochi!
So this is what we do. We make learning fun and excited for children. So for this year, we're going to have 3 challenges. First one will be on May, a warm-up challenge. Then on September, we're going to have a main event. And third, on October, we're going to have a grand final. For first 2 events, it's going to happen online. So online, everyone can just join. And the last grand final will be happen physical in Penang. So the first event is because Hamochi is something new for a lot of the school, we understand that. So supaya itu budak boleh, so they can get used to it. So actually for the warm-up event, we're going to make it light so that they can have a taste of how it's going to feel like. Then for the main event, we will let them to compete for real, and we will choose the top students from each school to join the grand final to have a face-off in a physical venue. So the event is open to all schools, so semua sekolah pun boleh hadiri sendiri. So it's open to both public as well as private school. Once a school is registered, all the students can participate. So, and it's completely free of charge. And this event have obtained the approval from PMP. And now let's talk about the warm-up and the main event. So for the online event, the first 2 events, warm-up and main event, is going to happen on cloud and going to begin 1 week before the school holidays. And it will run for 14 days. And children can participate anytime, anywhere during the event. If your school, I understand that some school may have exam during the period of the time. If your school happens to have the exam, it's okay to feel free to let the student to join later after the exam is over. So here are some of the general rules for the events. Each school year includes 15 math topics, which is aligned with the latest syllabus, which is our KSSR Semakan. And each topic is required to answer 5 math questions. Children can obtain up to 3 stars if you are familiar to game. Children can obtain up to 3 stars per math topic, and total they can get 45 stars. For children who collect all the stars are recognized as finisher. So for this event, it's like marathon. Everyone can join, everyone can participate, and everyone can actually master the math and excel themselves and be qualified as a finisher. So how the questions are set? Every time when a child tries to answer, the system actually will generate a new set of questions on the spot. So what happens is that if there are a few students trying to answer a same topic together at the same time, they will get a different set of questions. There will be no repeat. Answers are automatically created, and all the questions are multiple choice. So for each event, we have a mini game to make it excited. And there's a rank system where the student can compete and climb the leaderboard. For the score, 85% will be coming from the academic point and 15% will be coming from the game point. Students can retry any topic just to improve their result, so they can do it again and again with a different set of questions for the same topic. And the total score is the sum of the highest score from each topic. And just now at the start of the event, I mentioned that some children actually do it from 6 a.m. until 12 midnight in the past. So to protect the children from excessive use, we actually impose each child can only receive 20 tickets per day, and 1 ticket is used each time when they attempt to answer a set of math questions. So daily usage is estimated at around 45 minutes. If they are good, actually they can finish it in 1 day, in one go within 45 minutes. If run out of the ticket, children can rest and come back tomorrow. So resting is important. Children are encouraged to rest after 11 p.m. to next morning 7 a.m. It's okay to rest and continue the challenge on another day. So kami menggalakkan budak-budak untuk tidur selepas pukul 11. Kalau bukan, kami pun takut dia akan letih dan tak boleh enjoy benda lain-lain. So for the grand final, the top scorer from each school year may represent their school in the grand final at a physical venue in Penang. More information will be revealed later. If you join our event, we will share it in our group chat. But I would say it's going to be epic. So how to join? So bagaimana boleh kami sertai? So there is 5 simple steps to host a Hamochi challenge in your school. And actually we have tutorial for that in YouTube channel. So the first step is send us information. You just need to fill in the school registration form and email the student list to info@hamochi.my. Our team will do all the setup, the account for the students. Then secondly, inform teachers, parents, and students. We will provide all the necessary posters and messages in Bahasa Melayu, Bahasa English, and Zhongwen. Third, host an opening ceremony. We encourage school to announce the start of the event during school assembly time. And if possible, can bring the children to the computer lab to do it. We have tested in many schools. So far, this is the best option. We can see how active the students became when they start in the computer lab. But nonetheless, based on your school resources, you can even do it in the classroom. We have a lot of schools do it in the classroom as well. So that's okay as well. Fourth, after the event is over, we will encourage you to host a closing ceremony in your own school. Acknowledge the children who complete the challenges. For the students who participate in the event, and if they're able to become the finisher, we actually will send the prizes to the school. Last but not least, share us your joy. Send us the photo of delighted children using the school feedback form so that it can help us to improve the challenges for the future. Support you can count on. So kami ada bersedia banyak-banyak barang yang boleh digunakan. So sepertinya, so for everything you need will be provided, even including the event poster to messengers for parents and more. We even include video guideline in YouTube for teachers as well as the parents and the kids. It will guide you through everything with ease. For example, like just now, the 5 simple steps to host Hamochi challenge, we actually explain it in detail in the YouTube. If you need any help, no worry. We have our helpline and WhatsApp community. You can always reach us. And for some of the school, I know that they would like to prepare extra prizes for the top student. No worry, if you need support, you can always contact us. We actually offer an affordable option to save you time on sourcing and design. So we have a treasure box which you can provide to the students. Our past social impact. We are endorsed by many schools in nationwide. We are recognized by teachers in terms of education equity, academic improvement, as well as fun. We are trusted by parents who mention that the kids enjoy and is active in learning, as well as have improved after joining the event. So we know we are loved by children, especially when we actually receive a lot of their artwork. So kalau kamu masukkan halaman kami dekat itu game punya section, kamu boleh nampakkan lukisan yang cantik daripada budak-budak. So we know that children love Hamochi. So this is what happened in last year in 2024 September. So impact is felt across nation. So this is captured using the Google Analytics. So it shows that in that time, for past 30 minutes, there is 589 children who is doing the math questions during the night time after school online. So here is our success matrix. So back in 2024, we have 2 million of math questions solved by the children. And joining our events, 31.6% of the participants actually master all the math topics. Remember, we give 15 math topics for them to do. And in past 2025, past 2024, for each math topic, they need to answer 10 questions, which means that for the participant who master all math topics, means they get A for answer at least 150 questions. So based on the average, we know that in average for all students, they actually answer close to 121 math questions. And today, we have close to 1,500 children continue to learning without any adult supervision, which means that after the event is over, they actually still can use the math learning tool on the platform, and we actually observe they are still continues now. So here's one of the case study in SJKC Jabal Bahan. So sekolah ini adalah sekolah yang amat kecil. So it has quite a small number of students, which is just 11. So the school actually have joined us since 2023. So they participate in few events since then, never miss one. So the participation rate has increased from 9 to 11, which is 100%. And what is important is that the completion rate, which means that the number of finishers who manage to finish and master all the math questions, have gradually increased and maintained at the 3 students. And we can see that the number of the question also increased, answered by the student. Average question answered by the student have increased to 211 per student eventually. And last but not least, actually I want to highlight this one, which is accuracy. Accuracy means that how many corrects they get over the question they answer. So it's kind of like mark. So you will notice that actually the accuracy has dropped. But this is a good thing, and I would like to highlight this because there is a reason why it dropped in terms of statistically wise. So here is the case study for the school, for one of the children. So which is a primary 1 student in 2024, now is a primary 2 student. We can read his report and know that actually he improved in the math in one of the topic, which is the continuous subtraction from 0%, which means that he got all wrong from the start. He keep on trying to do it. Eventually, he get all right, 100%, 100 marks. And how crazy it is, he actually answered 290 questions for this topic alone over 3 days without any adult supervision. Again, I would say that because the students actually do it during the school holiday and they are home. So the children actually keep on repeat and try and figure out how to answer the question. Eventually, he get all right. And this student actually got full marks for all 15 topics if he study all his report. And this is actually what happens. Because the more he answered, so just now if you remember, I mentioned that the accuracy actually dropped, the marks, average marks actually dropped. If we look at the result of how much the question the student answer, our statistic actually calculate based on every single submission they have submitted. Means that the more wrong they do at the beginning, the mark will drop because actually they need to try a lot of time in order to get it right. But eventually they get it right. That is the point. So what is important and what it proves that actually Hamochi, we provide a safe space for children to make mistakes. This is a very big thing. We allow them to fall and not to be blamed so that they can stand out again on their own to try. So it's just like cycling. We allow the children to try themselves, try the best. It's okay, they fall, they get a fail or whatever, it's okay at the beginning. But as long as they are eager, they are interested, they're willing, they're able to stand up by themselves, that is the ultimate goal we want to achieve. So that's all the sharing that I have for today. So now will be the Q&A sessions. So if you have any questions, you can just type and ask, or you can unmute and address it directly, and I will be here to answer your questions. So now it's Q&A session. So anything that you are not clear of or anything that you want to know more, I can share to you right now. So kalau kamu ada soalan-soalan apa-apa pun, boleh tanya sekarang. So if you have no questions, just to help us, you can type 0 in the group chat so that we know that you actually understand everything. Okay, good. And no worries, we are always active in our helpline and WhatsApp support group. So anytime, anywhere, if you got anything, you always can reach us. And for today, before we end, so this is the QR code that you can scan to register your school. If you are interested, you can scan and get the QR code first, or later we also will share it in the WhatsApp group. And I would like to wrap up these sessions with some sharing. Okay, so there are some questions. Okay, so for the participation is considered peringkat negeri or kebangsaan. Okay, so this one maybe Intan you can help to answer. Intan, you are mute.
Oh, sorry. So untuk pelibatan murid, peringkat mana tu, kita kena hantar dulu report dekat JPM, baru JPM boleh decide lah. Kita sendiri pun tak boleh nak decide lah. So kita kena tengok peringkat tu diluluskan oleh JPM sendiri. So kita pun tak berani nak janji peringkat tu.
And of course, we still welcome if any other questions, still you can just ask. And meanwhile, for those that who have no question, you can scan the QR to look at the form first and to fill it out if you feel comfortable. So, procedure penyertaan if the student join the Hamochi. Okay, so here is what we do. We do provide the teacher penyertaan, but it's in the digital format. So the teacher can print out themselves because it's going to be a large group of students. We can't give it to everyone, but we will prepare the digital format where you can print it out. Can parents register for their children? Yes. For this particular event is open to the public as well, which means that the parents actually can register for their children. However, we actually encourage if the the school is eager, it will be good to join it together because actually we actually observe a lot of the different environment setting. It works the best when every student in the same classroom is joining because they encourage each other to answering the question. You know, kids, they love to play with each other and to compete with each other. So it works the best if the school actually register. But nonetheless, if the parents want to register for their children and the school is not participating, actually they can. And for your good news is PMP also open and help the parents for registration as well. So this competition is okay. So Johnny actually helped to answer the competition regarding of this, which is limited to Penang State students. Children using on email or MOE. We encourage the children to use the MOE email to join. Okay, so well, maybe some of you still typing the question, so I will do a bit of what are particular needs. Okay, so the information required will be the name, because for the JP and PP to approve for the point, we will need the name of the student, the gender, the race, and MOE email. So the information we will provide it later in tutorial. So later we will share in the group as well for that one. So based on some observation in the past is that especially I myself personally, although I did not share it at the earlier, I also do involved in education in early of my career, which is teaching the Japanese language and so on and so forth. So what happened is that I can see that 1 plus 1 in education actually is not equal to 2. I mean, in terms of math, yes, it's equal to 2, but actually it's more than 2. When there is more people who do it the same thing together, especially for the children, we found that the impact is much, much greater and they are more involved and engaged. And this is something that we see that it can make miracle happening in education. So there's another question. Teachers need to register for all children, or so we actually encourage the teacher to register for all children, and actually it's quite easy. Just need to prepare the Excel file and we will do all the setup. Then all the students can participate. So there is also some sharing for regarding of the registration of the children. In some of the state in the past, we actually try to let the children to register themselves, but it worked the best when the student is all registered at one go. Because what happens is that we actually see that some children, when you do some registration by themselves or register a portion of the student, it actually adds a lot of work to the teacher, because the children during the school holiday, they will call the teacher to ask them to register for them. This is what actually happened in the past. That's why we were encouraged to register in one go, whether they want to join or not join, register just the name on it. Then they will have all the accounts set up. If they're willing to join, they click a few clicks, then they can join. So it will be less hassle, because kids, they know their friend is doing, and initially they will say, no, I'm not interested. But when kids, their friends start to do, then they will start to bother you and ask you to register for them. So it will be easier to do all in one go. Yes, yeah, Johnny also has some sharing.
Yeah, it is encouraged that the school register their students in bulk, so that Edison and his team can upload the participation from the school easier in bulk. For those schools who may not be encouraging their students, but the students from that school are interested to take part, we will also have individual registration posted on our Facebook page, right? Because today, I think there are about 70 schools that are attending this video call. And some of them, there are schools that may not be interested, but the parents and the students are interested. They can go and register individually. We'll be posting that up on our Facebook page.
And in addition to that, just a bit of sharing, we also open for classroom, because I know that sometimes the school don't want to join, but certain teacher want the classroom to join. In that case, we can help to set out as well. So that one will go through the same process as the school registration, but we will set out for the classroom. So there is a question regarding whether the question is according to the age. Yes, actually it's according to the school year. So for the question, the 15 math topic we mentioned, each school year will have a different set of the questions based on their syllabus. And for that, actually, it's available on our website. When the event is open, we will share all the list of the topics as well. Closing date for registration. This one, Intan, can you double confirm the closing date? I think we will write it. So if not mistaken, it's about 2 weeks before the first event, which happened on the May 26th. If not mistaken, it's May 16. I will close the registration. But however, you still can register after the date, just that your student may not able to join in the first event, the May event, on the warm-up event. As mentioned, warm-up event is just to let the children to feel what it's like in order to prepare for them for the September event. So if you're registered late, unfortunately, we may register you later for the September event instead. And while we're waiting for any other questions, I also do another sharing. This is actually happened in because actually I walk around Malaysia when I start this project. The most place I visit will be Perak, which engaged with us initially, and I went to one of it will be the Bangkok. So what happens amazed me in the initial. I did not. Initially, our team did not think that this will pick up by the school or will become a huge thing. We just try, as mentioned, it's a prototyping. We try in different places and see how it happens. It amazed me when I visit one of the school during the closing ceremony, because we work closely with school. Some of them invite us to the closing ceremony, and so they give off the prizes to the students. So what happened is that during the closing ceremony is school assembly time. There's a kid actually crying. I witnessed a kid crying out loud. I mean, in front of a lot of friends. Quite malu, but she cried. So the teacher actually asked why. So she actually regretfully said that she feel like not doing her best. She want to be on the stage with other friends to get the award, because it's like everyone, as long as you complete the challenge, you can get the award. So she feel regrets that it's just a little bit more, but she did not finish up. And she cried and she talked about it. And of course, I did not follow up for that one, but I believe that after that, the student, because the school have been with us since, this is one of the first school with us since 2021, and today they're still active participating in our school and obtain quite a good participation rate throughout the year. So I believe the student actually really performed herself after that particular incident. So this is what actually I witnessed. Okay, so so there is another question. If the student register for these challenges, then must complete. Okay, so this is a thing. If the student register for the challenges, they can choose to what they want to complete, because this event is a bit different than the traditional contest. So I was here to say, I would say our job is to arouse the interest of students to participate. But however, we do not force the student to participate or finish the challenges. We also not required to do so. Because our role as well as the teacher role is to provide the environment or supportive environment for them to have tool to access to, and to use the tool or not to use the tool will be up to the student. At the same time, you will be amazed because I actually also see compare results. Every year we compare results. There are two types of school generally I was seeing. One type of school is they were register. The teacher are quite excited. They were encouraged to join. But it's kind of like fun thing. They will not like really go and check all the things and shout to the student, "You're not doing good. You memalukan saya, mensiasat kami." So they school that more open mind. They let them to do so. There is another type of school which initially also perform quite good. Is that the guru prasad normally will actually stress all the teacher to follow up every children, the performance, and to participate. Both will work at certain, initially. But what I observed is that after a number of years, when the person in charge or the teacher, because it's common, teacher will repeat, go to other school, transfer, and so on and so forth. When the person in charge change, the school that with the culture of let's just support the student, thrive. The student really perform even after the person in charge left, and actually perform quite good. And in one of the incidents, we actually see the person in charge left and no one take over, and we can't contact the school. The participation rate still stand on 70%. It's crazily high for that particular school, and it's amazing. But for school that is using the force method, can be quite hurtful when the person in charge left, because the participation rate can drop to 0, because the experience the student get is not fun but stress. So there will be quite a difference. So we encourage you just to provide the tools and so on, and just let them enjoy and do it. All participants will receive certificate even though they did not finish the task. For this, the answer will be no. I mean, they will receive certain points because participation considered as a point. But you mentioned about the certificate. We give the digital certificate, which will be the finisher certificate. We only give to finisher. I know some actually give to participation, but for us, I don't see the meaning of giving a participation. If the students do not care about it, they will not even look at the cert. Okay, so I think we have answered addressed quite some questions. So I'm going to wrap up for today. So I would say the more the merrier, and hopefully Penang will be the first state to make this great and really encourage the students all to enjoy math. I would say enjoy math, not saying that answer math or anything. And Johnny also have some sharing, I think.
Yeah, I think first I'd like to thank Edison for working with PMP to make this math challenge for the state. Penang is probably the first state in Malaysia that's doing it on the state level. And we have been working very closely with JPN Pulau Pinang to kick this off. As you know, Penang has this Penang 2030 that we will always want to lead. So I like the help from all the teachers and schools to make this a successful event. Again, it is free for the students. It helps the students in terms of their math. So we look forward to your support of this.
Thank you, Johnny. So really thank you everyone for participating today, and hope that you have learned something and enjoyed it. And we wish to see you in near future. And I guarantee you will not regret if you join. And thank you everyone, and bye-bye to all of you.